All right, let's bring in former FBI Special Agent and Navy SEAL Jonathan Gilliam. Jonathan, good morning to you. Lots of different Trump cases to talk about this morning. But let's start in Georgia and this possible attempt to look into impeachment proceedings against Fulton County DA Fani Willis. What do you think about that? Do you think that's going anywhere?
I don't know. It could, but the politics in Georgia, as we've seen with their governor, some of these people are anti-Trump. So I'm not sure exactly where it will go. And even the wording of the state senator and the way that he laid that out showed that if he can get the people to go along with him, then it could have legs. I mean, the sheer fact that they released an indictment before a jury had actually been seated and given their judgment on the indictment, it was released publicly. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I want to say how this is connected to Jack Smith, who is a federal prosecutor or a special prosecutor. And then we look at the judge that's involved with the federal indictments. All of these individuals have shown political bias in their careers recently, even that against Trump and against conservatives. And the legal system as we used to know it, as we can see now, is completely shoved out the door. We have judges who are not impartial; they are partial. We have prosecutors, both federal and at the state level, who show that they will go and try somebody based on politics and opinion. Our legal system is in dire straits right now, and Trump is a perfect example of a victim of this system.
I'm glad you mentioned Jack Smith, and I think this timeline we're about to show bears out what you're saying. Trump's defense team wants his separate federal election interference trial, i.e. the Jack Smith, one of the Jack Smith cases, to begin in April 2026, prosecution proposing January 2nd of next year. If we could keep this wall up for a moment, you see, January 2nd is the potential trial. Then you have the New Hampshire primary. Then you have the Iowa caucus, then the primary. Then you have Nevada caucuses, more primaries. Then March 4th, potential Georgia trial. Then you have Super Tuesday. Then you have 2 more trials. Obviously, you see this interspersing. And when you lay it out like that, Jonathan, how else can you explain Jack Smith and the other prosecutors, quite frankly, rushed to get Trump inside a courtroom with any other explanation than they're trying to mess up his campaign?
What we're seeing right here, and that is so telling of what you're seeing right there. They've had literally years to bring all of these issues that they have with Trump to the forefront of the court system, and now they want to do it immediately. Time is of the essence, as far as they have shown in their opinions. Time is of the essence that they have to have him in court during a presidential election season. If you would have tried this from the conservative standpoint against Biden or against Hillary Clinton when they were running, the left would have had heart attacks all over the place. The reality of what we're dealing with right now is it's so interesting that January 6th occurred. If you ask all the people that were there on January 6th that actually went into the Capitol building, no matter what you want to call it, they were there not to change government, but because they saw that government was broken and illegal things were going on. And they had questions about the election. And interestingly, since that day, what the left and many other Republican politicians have done is illegal, unethical types of maneuvering to keep the very man that these people were saying was given a bad voting system and lost the election because of that. Whether it's true or not, the left has gone and actually impeded his ability now to run in the next election. From an investigative standpoint, it's very telling.
Jonathan Gilliam, we got to leave it there with you this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.